What is going on, everyone? Hope you're doing well, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Misplay Mafia podcast. I'm Matthew Jambois, captain of the Misplay Mafia, joined here by my friend, my co-host, and my co-captain, Austin DeJulian. Austin, how's it going, my friend?
It's going good, going good. Can't complain. Been a fun season. The 2026 season is at the halfway point, so it's exciting to get to do this podcast now.
Yeah, super fun thing that I'm excited that we get to do. I know it's like you said, midpoint of the season. How many championship points are you at?
I'm at like two. I'm one cup away from maxing out the locals, and then I got 20 when we went to Milwaukee. I'd say I'm somewhere at 260 or 255 ish. So sitting okay. If I wanted to get that Worlds invite, I'd have to grind out for sure. Definitely go to a lot more regionals. But overall, I'm happy. Got the Ace Trainer card coming for next year. Just got the ones recently, so can't complain. How about you?
I think I'm actually short of my ace trainer still. I think I'm at like 130, 140 something. Um, did get some points whenever we were at Milwaukee. Got 20 points there, but between working on the weekends now and everything, I don't get to play
Yeah,
play
it's a
custom
little bit tougher.
challenges as much. So it's and, got that new league too. So I really don't know when I'm gonna play.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But the bare minimum, my goal for this season is to get my ace trainer. So hopefully, we can get that going. But you got any more regionals on the books for you?
Yeah, we're gonna all go to Houston, which is fun. After that, I know y'all are looking at Orlando, possibly Indy for me, and then we'll have NAIC, which will be really really nice.
Yeah, looking forward to Houston. I hate that it's new-ish format. I kind of was
Hmm.
hoping for a rotation to happen about that time. Really bummed that yes, I am going to Orlando, but really bummed that it's not rotation. Was at Atlanta last year, right whenever rotation happened, and by far my favorite regional. So kind of bummed that we don't get that. Indy, I'm only going to go to Indy if I do not get my ace trainer by, or like if I'm looking at points for my ace trainer. That'll be the only
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
why I go to Indy. Otherwise,
that's fair.
might skip out because it is only 2 weeks before NAIC too. So
Hmm,
kind of
hmm.
kind of got to watch the budget on that one.
That's that's completely fair. Yeah, with us being in Louisiana, makes it a little bit tougher, but
It does, but hey, at least we got NAIC in our backyard.
that's right. That's right.
But so on this first episode, we just had EUIC, which we'll get to talking to later. But there's nothing coming up this weekend, so we kind of scheduled it in a good way, if to look at it, is to let the people get to know about us and what we do, who we are, kind of how we got into this type thing. So I just got a few questions here that we could both just kind of talk and both kind of get a chance to answer.
Perfect.
I'll let you answer first, and then I'll kind of follow up
All
with
right.
whatever. But my first
All right.
question is, how did you get into Pokemon?
So looking back, it's been 7 years because I know it was before COVID. It was around 2019 when I first started playing. So as far as card games go, I never played Pokemon as a kid. My brothers did. They got their gym leader, badges at Books a Million. It was very very fun to go to as a kid. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what the cards were at all. But I played Yu-Gi-Oh in 2017, 2018, and there was a friend, shout out Bavon, who was like, "Yo, you've got to try Pokemon. They've got a Garchomp card." He knew I loved Garchomp. I was like, "Okay, I'll try it." And then since then, I was hooked, and that was right before tag teams or around the time of tag teams, which is still to this day my favorite era, which is a lot of people's like least favorite era. They did not like the tag team format. Um, but yeah, that was kind of what got me into it. What about you?
So for me, I honestly, Pokemon's the only card game I've ever played. As far as Pokemon's the franchise, I like to say that I did not go searching for Pokemon. Pokemon found me
Oh yeah.
because my first ever Pokemon game was Pokemon Leaf Green on the Game Boy Advance that I found on a school bus. So pop
Nice.
that sucker in, played through Gen 1, Had Charmander as my starter, which is really ironic since I hate Charizard now. But but so that was like my introduction to the franchise itself. I didn't start playing cards until I guess 2017, 2018, about that same time. It was funny. I had opened up packs and I had kind of bought some decks just because they had, oh, it's the guaranteed world champion deck, like this deck's busted. I actually have the 2016s one, just because of that reason. I was opening packs,
Right.
collecting the cards growing up, but didn't start playing until about 2017 when I met my friend Brian. Shout out to Brian, who he actually was the gym leader at the Books a Million. Uh,
Right.
Throwback to that, and he actually gave me some of his old gym badges too. They're on a box on my shelf back there.
That is so sick.
But anyways, he told me all about his history with the game and how he played, and so I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Well, I had this deck. It was a garbage fighting fairy deck that had no synergy. I didn't know what synergy was. And we started playing at the church that we were going to and at his house. And then this was about the tag team era. Actually, my first ever competitive deck was Pika Rom.
Perfect.
Loved me some
Great
Pika
deck.
Rom. Absolutely.
Great deck.
So I went to a couple challenges, local. Actually, my first ever tournament, I placed third in the challenge. So I was pretty hyped up about myself. I thought I was the shit back then. But anyway, so we played in that, and then COVID happened. We did the summer challenges, and then I kind of hit a lull. I went on a little summer mission trip, whatever. Stopped playing, but then came back for that mission trip, and man, I've been hitting the ground running with the game ever since.
Nice. Nice.
But,
Yeah, man. COVID made us all take a break a little bit.
Praise God that ADPZ did not get a lot of time.
Yeah, I went to I think it was a cup, and it was legal at the time. I was playing some very, very garbage deck, but people were popping off
Yeah.
with ADPZ. It was very, very scary.
I remember going to a league challenge, and I just got my butt handed to me by ADPZ.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, I never want to play against this thing again. And then COVID happened, and it was like, praise God.
Yeah.
Never
When
had
I
a-
tag team format was my favorite format, I leave out ADPZ. That one didn't exist.
Well,
That
it was
format
it was towards the end of the format, anyways. But
Yeah,
now Pika Rom was such a good deck to play.
for sure.
So speaking of decks to play, what has been your favorite deck of all time? If you could pick any deck, any format, what is your favorite?
Without a doubt, and I'm sad it's leaving soon. It's got to be the Poison Package Roaring Moon deck that I played in EUIC last year. That deck is getting to donk people is probably, to me, I think is one of the more enjoyable things about Pokemon because people don't expect it. It's a different win con. A lot of people actually kind of get tilted. So it's just fun to get wins in different ways, and that one's really fun to me. Also, Roaring Moon, just being able to eat Pokemon unless they have a miss energy, that's really big for me. So that's definitely an honorable mention. Would probably be Gengar Mimikyu with the Horror House GX attack, which basically made your opponents not be able to take a turn, and then their Poltergeist, which was it was similar to the new Mega Frostlass, where it's dealing damage per cards in their hand. Or it might have been item cards, actually. If I think right. I think it was item cards.
I think it was Idle.
That was fun. Yeah, that was really fun too. So definitely those. What about you?
So, Pikarom always holds a special place in my heart just because, like I said, first ever deck, took it to a challenge. Super fun. Loved just accelerating energies onto the field, taking fun knockouts, very cheesy knockouts sometimes. Lately, a deck that I fell in love with that I never thought I would fall in love with was Lopunny Dusk.
Ooh.
And I am sad that deck does not sit well in the meta. Because if you want to talk about like something that I would play nonstop, I would play that deck nonstop. It is so much fun to me. I don't know what it is about it other than like just enjoying it. That one's been a lot of fun. Obviously, I gotta send one up for my boy Raging Bolt too.
Yep.
I was on that all last season. Took it, I think, to every major I went to last season.
Nice.
Almost day two with it twice, and then yeah, just really enjoyed it. Loved the owls build, the no owls build. Um, I've sworn I would never pick that deck up again. Then it got second recently in Toronto. Picked it up again. Played the Wellspring package. It was fun. Don't know if it's gonna be my pick for Houston yet, but it's on the table still.
Yeah, that deck always seems to find a way. Just when everybody thinks it's like out, it just comes back in a different way. I remember the first time, like it was before the Owls package, I was like, all right, finally this deck's done. And then Owls came out, I was like, oh my god, I gotta deal with it again. And then Owls kind of slowly went down. I'm like, oh, thank God. And now Wellspring's back. I'm not a bold believer. I know you are. Props to you. I see it gets results, but it's just not for me. That deck, the only thing that's gonna kill it is rotation for me, I think. That's the only way
I
to keep
don't
it
think
going.
so, dude. We got the Belly Bolt package now. What are you
Oh my
talking
god.
about?
Oh my god. Just want
Look,
to go.
we got Dynamotor in format. We got Iono's Belly Bolt. Like, what are you talking about? The only thing we lose is our draw power, which is why we play the Kilowatt roll.
That's true. That's true.
It's crazy.
The dang bird.
The deck doesn't die. It just
Yeah.
you can't kill the giraffe as much as you want to. Um, but I wish right now in the format there was a way to make it turbo, to where you
Mhm.
could run watchtowers. Don't play the owls. Find like
Mm.
find a way to make it turbo. Play the watchtowers or jamming towers like early game, and just kind of like be like stupid aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. I think the next kind of turbo-y deck we'll get will be in the form of a psychic deck. Since they do have Wonder Patch, I don't know what that's gonna be. Maybe something comes out of rotation, something new. I've seen some City League lists with Mega Diancie cooking with some Wonder Patch. I don't know, but I am looking forward to a new turbo deck for sure.
Now, if we're gonna talk about turbo, you also got to mention Mega Starmie.
That is a deck.
You can't say it doesn't go fast in the early game.
I can say one thing is that it has legs.
It does have legs.
Mega Stormy has legs. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see where that damage spread kind of deck goes to. That's a fun one.
Yeah,
Excited to try that out when we get those cards.
yeah. Perfect Order is gonna be kind of a mid set, but also there's definitely some fun stuff that comes out of it. I know Jawan's looking forward to Jawan. By the way,
Oh
is a
yeah.
teammate, but he's our fighting guru. He's loving that Zygarde stuff.
Oh yeah.
He swears he's gonna make it work. I just want to see him try.
Let me pull up that Zygarde again. I just gotta. Yeah, the five fighting energy cost is gonna be hefty
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, and then you got the. Don't forget, Zygarde does get to sell. That
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So what is it? 4 energies. It does 350. I think so. So
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I hope people make it work. That'd be fun.
I mean,
Why
maybe
not?
so, but you do lose Arvin too. So I don't know
Yeah.
how consistently you're gonna be able to find the sale. But you know what? Leave it to Jawan. Jawan
Yeah.
will definitely find a way. If anybody's gonna find a way. So, all right, my next question for you is: what are some
All right.
goals you've set for yourself, like for the season or just for your total career, things like that?
Total career for sure. I will not settle. Now, let's see. I think by the end of it, I think to like say it was like a quote unquote successful Pokemon like longevity, like whenever I eventually do stop playing due to like family or kids or whatever, I definitely want to go far in a regional. Obviously getting the World's Invite would be really fun, but getting like a top cut in a regional would also be big, which kind of my goal now is to have a deep run, quote unquote, like top 64, top 32 would be really big for me. That's kind of where my struggles have been with Pokemon is, I'll max out my locals, but then I'll go to a regional and it's like, bad deck choice or didn't really lock in before, so matchup spread was bad or this, that, and the other. It's always something. But the last two regionals I've really locked in. I've grinded hard and I've been very, very happy with my play. So that's always been like a goal, just have like a positive run, make sure the practice was worth it. So my regionals before, it was more like, oh, boys trip, we're gonna go sling some cardboard. It's gonna be a great time. We'll end up winning, but there was no like practice with it. There was last minute deck swaps. It was not doing the real work. But I think now, for this season for sure, would love to get a deep run. I would really like a top 64. That'd be big for me, for sure. And then who knows, man? Maybe I think another goal, not for myself, but would be just for like a teammate to do it as well. It's always fun to like cheer people on, because like when Jawan day two to Milwaukee, I was like, oh dang, I didn't day two, but it was like fun to like watch his run, like when he got that last dub and is winning in and everything. But it's always I think that would be just as like good for me, just to, like see y'all do well.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Jawan's run. It was he was all he needed was a tie or a win to make day two, and we go to sit down for round nine, and I was on my winning end too. If I would have won,
Yep.
but I had to win. That was the
Yep.
difference.
Yep.
I had to win, and I actually lost my winning end. He ended up tying against the Venusaur deck because they had that the Regigigas,
That's right.
and so he ended up tying. But I just remember, like, even though I had lost day two beats, just so happy for him because I knew it
Oh
was
yeah,
his first one. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing more teammates succeed and achieving their goals. And that's kind of why, like, it's a good thing to keep a pulse check on, see where everybody is on their goals and kind of like what everybody wants out of everything.
for sure.
But for myself, I guess it would be to get over my day two hump. Uh,
Hmm.
I've two regionals now in a row of being on my winning into day two and losing. Um,
Yep.
we'll get into that on another episode.
Yep.
But definitely just want to get over my day two hump. And I know that I'm a good enough player to do it because you don't get to the cusp of it without being a good enough player to do it. So I'm not just settling at the day two hump. I think for me, it's definitely kind of what you said, getting some cash out of it, getting that top 32, top 64, something, some bigger prizing out of it. Um, just to like, a big finish that I know I am capable of. But kind of like what you said, I've made some, not some good decisions going to regionals before. You know, last minute deck swaps or second guessing my confidence or my play in my deck choices. So definitely does make an impact for sure. Um,
Yeah. I want to preface what I said. Every regional has been fun,
yeah,
for sure. Like I don't want to discourage people from going to regionals. Like they're the most fun. I always have like a blast at regionals. And by the end of it, sometimes I'm upset that like I do poorly or I blame other things. But at the end of it, every regional is just like the most fun ever. So I definitely think if anybody's even like thinking about going to a regional, please do it. Even if you want to go play side events, like that's fine. Just go and hang out. Everybody's there to have fun. Whether it's VGC, TCG, go. Um, like it's just a blast.
absolutely. I mean, even to attest to that, my wife Ellie, she comes with us. She doesn't even play poke. I
Yeah.
mean, I built her one deck, and it was Chin Pao back whenever Chin Pao was actually really good, and she got frustrated because I made her play Brian, who played annoying decks, and
It happens.
anyway, she swore she would never pick up another deck, and but she still loves to travel with us just because it is that much fun. The environment of regionals is great. Everybody's just so friendly. If you're a pokey nerd, seeing all the cool retro stuff that the vendors have. Sometimes they do the fun little side events. I know, what was it, the 2023-2024 season, they had a ring toss where you could win a Piplup
Oh
type
wow,
side event. It was one of the life size Piplups too, and
that's sick.
yeah, Ellie ate that game up. She actually on her first throw she won a Mime Junior Christmas ornament, and so that one
Very
is
sick.
yeah that was my first ever regional, and so that one goes up on our Christmas tree every year, and
Nice.
I actually ran it, and it was a little girl that won that life size Piplup. I'm talking about like little girl. I'm talking about she was 3 or 4. Like, and this is
Those
I don't know
parents are
if you
probably so pumped.
I don't know if you've seen the size of the life size Piplup, but it was
It's got to be
bigger
bigger
than
than
her.
the child. Yeah.
But Ellie had won a fluffy Piplup off of the prize wall earlier in the weekend or earlier that day, and I was holding the Piplup. Ellie went to the restroom, and I'm holding the Piplup as this little 4-year-old girl just walks by carrying this ginormous Piplup. And she stops and she looks at my Piplup. She's like, "Look, we have the same one." It was the most adorable moment. I don't think I've ever wanted kids more than in that moment. But
It changes your mind real quick when they're walking around with the Pokemon merch. For
oh,
sure.
absolutely, absolutely. Actually, before this
Yeah.
podcast, I got sent some baby Pokemon stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, But
Nice.
we'll see. We'll see
We'll
when
keep
they.
we'll keep them at the side. We'll hold them for that day.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, no, I mean that's the thing is that regionals are for people of all ages, all skill levels. Those are so much fun. Um, but I mean, I even went 0-3 drop in San Antonio this past year. Tried to metacall all the Reggie Dragos that would be in the room by playing Raging Bolt yet again.
Yep.
And then, as luck would have it, Tom did not like me
Yeah.
and got paired into like the 3 worst matchups in the room. So it was a great day. Worst tournament run I could have ever had, and still enjoyed that trip with everybody.
Mm.
So a lot of fun, a lot of fun. But I guess some goals for myself too. Like I said, be the day 2 hump, doing a big finish, and then just like I said, my bare minimum, getting that ace trainer just every single year. Now that program's there, because I had to hustle for it last year. I was at I remember I went to the like one of the last 2 events I could go to for the season. Had to win it, and even then ended up at like 199. And
Oh my
so
god.
I had to. I think it was a Mother's Day. I was trying not to play on Mother's Day,
Right.
and
Right.
so I go down to this cup that's 3 hours away, win it,
Yep.
and that puts me at 199 points. I raged because I was like, great. Now I've got to
Yeah.
play next weekend. Tried to avoid it, but it just didn't happen.
Hmm.
But
No,
so
it's okay. Happy Mother's Day. I gotta go play some poke.
yeah, yeah. Let's be, I think I just told her I was sick or something. I forgot. I forgot what I said. I knew I was in the doghouse, but I think I made up for it.
That's all right. We got the ace trainer. It was worth it in the end.
It was worth it. It was worth it. That card is gorgeous, man.
Yeah,
Like,
very very cool. I think Brendan mentioned it. You might have as well about getting yours like graded just to get it like in a case. I'll probably do the same thing
yeah,
just to
I'm
like
I'm
I
not
don't know
gonna get mine
cement it.
graded. I
Mm,
I keep in mind in the little plastic sleeve because what I like
yeah.
is like that code card that's behind it, like how it was like all designed really nice, has the year on it and everything. Um,
Hmm.
I've slapped in that front page of my big binder with all the promos and stuff from the
Nice.
regionals. So we'll see. Brennan's looked really sharp. If he gets his graded, I support it.
Oh yeah, I don't know how like clean mine is. I probably just need to get a hard case just for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Put it on the shelf. Do something with it. Frame it. It's a trophy. It's a
That's right. That's right.
Or I mean, you could sell it and fund future regionals. Up to you.
Nah, I gotta keep. I don't know. I don't know if I ever like had a deep run and like got a map from it like a top 8 mat or something. I don't know if I'd ever sell that. It's I probably just like frame. A lot of people do this. They'll put their cards with like the regional they went to and like get it framed like their play mat.
Yeah.
Uh, that's a cool thing. I'd probably do that and put it in my office. It sounds more fun.
See,
But
there was a
if I,
rate. Oh, sorry. What?
no, I was gonna say if the bank account's looking low, then I think you're right. Then I think you gotta crack it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's like I got that Pokemon Day winner stamped one. That was that tournament that they ran. I'm like the suckers. About last I checked, it was about 200, but I haven't checked on it in a while. But it's like sell that on a rainy day, something like that. But no, I did that with my Raging Bolt. They did one of the cup mats was a Raging Bolt champion mat, and I framed it up with all the side event tickets from all the different regionals that we went to last season. Just kind of like a
Nice.
year in recap type thing since I was on
Yeah.
Raging Bolt all season. So
Super sick.
yeah, it's super cool. And I mean, I would if I ever got like a top 8 mat or whatever. I'll keep my first one. Now, if it becomes a reoccurring thing, and like the wins don't mean that much, then we can
Hmm.
talk about selling it, doing whatever. If I ever win worlds, though, let me tell you that world's merch,
Shoot.
dude. The ones from Anaheim look super clean.
Yeah, yeah, it did look really, really good. I was I was disappointed when they announced Anaheim and was it San Francisco this year?
Yeah,
I was disappointed at first just because we had just had some very, very cool venues, but the merch looked very clean at least for Anaheim, so that was nice.
true. All right, you say yes, we did have some cool venues, but we did get the arena.
Yeah, I don't think you beat Japan though. Just watching everybody's like vlogs of like them going to Japan for Worlds, even Hawaii, I was like,
I
that's
mean,
amazing.
true. I guess the experience probably was better in Japan and Hawaii, but from
Yeah,
a viewer standpoint, watching at home, the
the arena's
arena,
sick.
the arena was sick for us watching at home. I don't know about for the ones that went.
Yeah.
If you have any opinions on that, please leave a comment below on if you win or whatnot. But definitely
Hmm.
from watching at home, it was worth it. And I guess just my last question is, what is your favorite thing about being in the mafia?
I really like that we started this. It's very interesting because in like the Pokemon like TCG like sphere community or whatever you have, is you have all these like little like they could be their local shop like teams. It could be like it could be sleeve company teams, whatever. But the best thing about them is that it's generally good players that just elevate each other to become better. So that's what I like the most is you surround yourself with the only way to get better is by playing better people. So if you want the best testing, play with good people. If you're testing with little Timmy at the card shop and he pulls out his favorite Pikachu card, you're kind of wasting your time a little bit. But being a part of a team that's got the same goals as you as trying to grind and have the best runs at the regionals that you can, then that's my favorite part about it. What about you?
Uh, yeah, kind of the same. Love just the same mentality that everybody has. Love just doing the practices. Either it's at my house or at league or at the other league too. I know you weren't there last week, but let me tell you,
Nah.
some really good games happen there.
Nice.
Um, but no, just being able to like also to it's more holding myself accountable to making sure that I am getting better. It's easy like it's harder to do whenever you're by yourself
Mm.
because I hate playing on live. I will be the first one
Yep.
to say that. I hate live and I
Yep.
should not hate live because live is a good tool. I
Mm.
understand that. But at the same time, I get bored of live.
Mm.
Whereas like being, on the team, especially being as captain, like trying to motivate you guys is also motivating me to push myself to do better, to play more live, to push myself, play the better opponents. Don't settle just for easy dubs or easy wins. Like
For sure. For sure.
you know, and we definitely don't have a lot of easy wins around our store anymore. We
No, I think that's kind of the cool thing about the team too is like everybody's getting better at our locals because the team is like it's locals. So it's very fun to be like I don't know, the Cub wins are not cake anymore for sure. It's definitely and the fun thing is like they're not doing it with all meta decks either. They're just gotten like better game knowledge across the Pokemon, so they can pull up with their Garchomp decks and still do well. Doesn't have to be Dragapult every week. It's really really refreshing actually to have like fun, intense games of Poke.
Absolutely. I know Alex been catching some heat down the senior division here lately.
That's right. That's
Having
right.
having to fight for his cup wins where he used to just sign up and automatically get the mat and everything. Like it was all handed to him. Not
Yeah.
anymore, but that's exciting. Like
Yeah.
like we actually have people that want to travel with us. I know going to Houston, we've got a couple of newbies traveling with us. We got one returner actually that's coming with us that's trying to go for the team, I believe, too. So that's exciting
Awesome.
as well.
Love that.
Yeah, for those of you who do not know, there are definitely requirements to make it onto the team. It's not just anybody who wants to sign up signs up. And I'm very, very much so particular about who signs up and how and when, and the requirements. I'm very picky about. So if you got if you're a local and you're listening to this and you got any questions, don't be intimidated. Feel free to reach out to anybody. We gladly help you. But and even if you're not a local, if you're far away and you feel like you want to reach out and help join our team, we'll play on live, whatever. Um, we're just here to help people learn how to play the game and get better. Honestly, that's what we're here for, and push each other to be the very best.
That's right.
But I'll tell you this: this team has definitely challenged me in more ways than I can imagine. To just from a captain standpoint, y'all gave me this role. I did not choose this role,
Nah, I'd say to you.
but because I even put it up for somebody to take this off my hands, and y'all said, "Nah, you're doing fine."
Nah, yeah, just keep rocking and rolling. We're good. We're
So
good.
I mean, I try to do right by everybody, but hopefully I'm doing an all right job.
For sure, for sure. I think everything's going the right direction. And I'm excited to see these next couple of regionals, how we're all gonna do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's get into the actual poke talk here, and let's take a look at EUIC that just happened this past weekend over in London. So let's see. We'll go to labs. Just take a look here.
The tournament for Masters was won by Mega Kangaskhan and Absol, which
Yes.
I did not have on my bingo card for sure. Uh,
I'm gonna say this. I agreed with Chip. I thought this deck was on fraud watch. I did not think that this was a deck at all. I was like, you lose to Dango.
mhm.
You're not really doing much. Your clutch is like you're out for a lot of the games.
Mhm.
I was like, surely this is not a real deck, but it did end up taking down the biggest tournament ever
Yeah.
for the Masters
Uh,
division, which is absolutely wild.
Three of them making cut. Edwin was up against, I know he was Canadian, Drew Stevenson on the Golden Go. And Drew was playing out of his mind from the stream match I watched. I watched him play against Liam. That was a really close series coming down to the wire by Liam whiffing his reversal on Zoroark.
Yeah.
So really, really high level of gameplay was on everybody, which is really nice to see as a viewer because okay, that's what I need. That's what it takes to get to these tables because the people who are playing at these top cuts, they are keep like continuously doing it. I think this is Drew's. I have to look it up. I think they had his second time at the UIC final.
I believe so.
So that's that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
But you talk about even the same level of play. I still think about Edwin's last knockout being so self-aware that Petrarun, of all your cards in your deck, Petrarun can go and take that last knockout on the Dango to win it up for you. Whenever he was behind that game,
Yeah.
and it definitely looked like Drew was going to take it away, but the fact that Edwin found that path in that last turn, because it was either he had it that turn or he was going to lose. And
Mhm.
he found the path. He was well aware of his energy switch and everything like that. It was just incredible to see and to watch. But also speaking of, I said it was a bad matchup into Dango, but then we see that he teched for it.
Yeah.
He teched for the Dango. The 2-1 Toadzacruel line is
Yeah.
absolutely wild.
I'm a big fan. I think Golden Go isn't. I wouldn't say it's easy to tech for because you tech for Golden Go, they tech for your techs. Like they play Lana's 8 and other things. But it is you definitely have to have it. It's always like first or second in the meta share as far as being played. So yeah, definitely a smart call by him.
I definitely think it's better than the Cornerstone tech that they
Yeah.
were doing beforehand. Because then all Golden Go had to do was to tech around it or boss around it. Here, you're throwing out the prize trade in their favor, and you're denying them kind of their whole game plan resources.
Hmm.
So definitely love it. And then let's see, just taking a look here at top eight, we see two of the Absol boxes. We see a Golden Go, two Zoroarks, a Polt Zard, Noctowl Zard, and one Gardevoir. So what's your take on this top eight?
Gardevoir did not show up. I like Oscar's list at the with the Dragapult Charizard. He posts on Twitter a lot. I try to like every tweet because he's a part of the Danish Kitchen, and they're always cooking up some very very cool lists. It was cool to see him get a good finish here. I think what surprised me the most is two Zoroark in top eight. Christian Labella, Liam Halber, they're both great players. I don't know. I don't know how well. I mean, it was almost like Dragapult kind of didn't show up either. There's just not very many in the top
Yeah, no Dragapult in the
64.
top, no Dragapult in Cut. Even Cut was the top 10, and Polt didn't show up. Polt Dustor didn't show up till 18th place with Mustafa. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Maybe I always like to think that EU plays a little bit differently than we do. I realize everybody travels everywhere and NA players are going over there and whatnot, but I do think whenever we have another regional here, I don't know if Houston's the next one or if there's one before that.
you got Seattle
Uh,
this weekend,
Seattle.
or not this weekend, but next weekend. Sorry.
I think this is not going to change the meta much. I think we're going to relatively see something similar to like our last NA regional, and I think Golden Go is going to take that spot, top spot back from Dragapult. I was actually very shocked to see how many were played and then see the conversion rate of Dragapult
What
just
was
be not that
the
great.
what was the metagame? Yeah, Dragapult had an 18% meta share
Mhm.
overall, and then compared to Dango's 15, and then even stayed number one going into day two with a 17% meta share.
Mhm.
Just absolutely wild that you had the biggest meta, and then going from day one to day two, and then you still just don't make cut. Being such a strong archetype, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. This weekend taught me that I need to respect Mega Kangaskhan Absol more, though, for sure. Just I saw a tweet. It was just talking about like the matchup spread, and it didn't seem like there was like a couple matchups where it was like really unfavored. But for the most part, it's just like a really really solid deck. Makes sense. Tord kind of created it, so no surprise there that it's gonna start holding up. Well, I do think it's a weird situation, right? With rotation coming soon, the timeline of things is going to be weird because we have Ascended Heroes releasing, and then there's just like this little like weird point of like a couple regionals, couple special events where we have these cards, and then boom, rotation happens, and it's going to be like the Wild West of like what's good, what's bad. So I'm actually kind of excited we have a chance to play at a regional during this time before rotation. Not to like be nostalgic and like play cards that are gonna rotate. It's not really about that. It's just to see how everything's gonna be because it's gonna get really weird when rotation hits. Like after rotation, it's like Dragapult, Lucario. I think Grimstar will still be good, but other than that, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I mean, you lose. I mean, we look even on Limitless right now, just at the. Let me go to the home. Just looking at the deck rankings, Dragapult stays around. It's probably going to be okay. But we lose Gardevoir, Golden Go, and Charizard completely. Just
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, three of the top four are just absolutely gone.
Hmm.
And then Mega Absol Box, honestly, I think it becomes obsolete. You lose your Arvins, you lose the TM Turbo Energize, you lose Penny, you lose a lot of like key cards that I think Absol Box just becomes obsolete.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be weird. They are printing that new, or is it already out? Uh, it is out. Smoochum, which is basically TM Turbo Energize at home. It's the baby Pokemon that can accelerate to Psychic to when you're benched. So not quite like TM Turbo Energize, but there's already Japan lists with Mega Kangaskhan trying to play it like it's Mega Absol and the TM Energize. It's just not. So yeah, I agree. That deck's gonna kind of just probably fade out.
So then, does Tank Kangaskhan become the way to play Kangaskhan EX?
Probably.
We,
Probably, or it'll just go back to being like a good draw engine. I
yeah.
think we hit a really niche deck, um, with what we have with it right now. But I don't see it coming unless they print something else to give it more support. I don't see it ever
Yeah.
really coming back.
Just to finish looking at the top 10 for rotation purposes, this isn't even what we were going to talk about, but honestly, it's a good conversation piece. Raging Bolt, or actually, sorry, I skipped Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl just keeps the most broken stadium for its deck.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl gets better with 70 HP, Frostlass, or sorry,
The Snow Run,
Snows,
yeah.
and gets Pokepad. Um, that's really really good for that deck.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Kind of
then
nuts.
we come down to Raging Bolt. I've already spoke my piece about this. I think Bolt is still here. Is it going to be as good?
Doesn't
I
it rotate?
No, Bolt doesn't rotate. We only lose Stardust. We use, we
Wait,
lose we lose Sada.
actually?
Yeah, we lose Sada and we lose Earth and Vessel. That is probably the two biggest cards that we lose.
Wait, that's crazy. I actually thought it was gone for good.
No, no, it is an H rotation. So
Well then, yeah, it might still be something. You have Crispins. I don't know. Does Fan rotate?
no,
Good
we
lord.
still have the Owl build too. Technically, I don't
Yeah, I
think
knew
we
that
play
one was
Owls.
kicking
I think we
around.
go. I think we switch to Iono Bolt just for the Kilowattrel draw. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Damn.
Um, yeah, absolutely. And then maybe throw in a few E switches in there,
Mm-hmm.
or does E switch rotate?
No, I think it just got reprinted actually.
Okay. So see, hold on. We might be cooking with Raging Bolt here. Might be tier one again. We'll see. Was it ever tier one?
No.
No. And then just finish out the top eight. Make a Kangaskhan. This is Tank Kangaskhan here. This deck, I mean, it might, like you said, might run the Smoochum, kind of play like a Joltik box type situation of the TM Turbo Energize. You just play more Psychic energies. But in doing that, you would also allow your Monkey Dories to become attackers in some matchups too.
Sure.
So that could be an interesting little take.
Oh, I do
Oh,
have bad news,
what?
Matthew. E-switch does rotate.
Oh, never mind. We're chopped. Reggie Bolt. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, that one's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. That's yikes. They'll reprint it. They'll just reprint it. They haven't
We
announced it
probably
yet, but it's
yeah.
coming out in Chaos Rising.
Nice. Down.
That's what's
Love that
coming.
card.
Yep. Zoroark just becomes stupid good.
Oh, I
Uh,
did forget about Zoroark. Yeah, Zoroark is gonna be pretty good for a while. Yeah, it's gonna be good in like the sweet spot. It's gonna be good in the Ascended Heroes legal, but not rotation. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I do think it's a very good deck. I just won a cup with it. I really enjoy it. Uh, Turns out drawing two cards for as much as you can is broken.
Absolutely, and then you get the Zekrom that you get to swing for the higher numbers for. Don't even have to worry about the damage counters.
Yep.
Um, Pair it with the Mochi and the Petra Run, and maybe even get a black belts in there, swinging for 320. Have,
Hmm.
have a nice day, or 330.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. I think Zoroark's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Maybe even for Houston. I could see a
Yep.
lot of people picking it up just because of the buffs it does get. I even play tested with it, and it definitely works. It's definitely is. If you're not testing against it right now, and you're sleeping on it, I think you're messing up.
No, it's definitely a good deck to look out for sure, especially with the two in the top eight. I think that's gonna raise some heads.
Yeah. And then wrapping up the top 10 is Flareon Box.
I like Flareon Box. Was it yeah, Emma Hagen on a generational run this season with the Flareon Box. I put
Absolutely.
Flareon Box to what did Emma do? Do we
She,
know in the
yeah, she actually, just put it up right here. She got 495th.
honestly, I had her top eighting this.
Oh,
I
I
told you
mean,
that. I
yeah.
had her in the top eight. No, the deck's really cool. And it goes to show the more time you spend with a deck, even though it may not be quote unquote meta most played, like you can pop off with it, do wonders. As long as you know your lines, like Emma does with Flareon.
I
So
mean,
yeah, very
absolutely.
cool deck.
You don't get second in Birmingham for not knowing your lines,
That's right.
and
That's
not,
right. That's right.
just pet decking this deck basically.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, no, Emma's been doing great things with it. I'm hoping I'm hoping she'll get the dub with it. I think it'd be really cool to see. It's only got one win. It's only it's only got one win.
Dang.
So I would love for Emma to be able to add another win uh,
For sure.
to the Flareon roster. But all right, anything else for rotation or EUIC before we move on?
No, no, I think I'm good.
Alrighty. So we are now going to move on to our new special segment, and it wouldn't be a misplay mafia podcast without talking about some misplays. So we are going to call this segment our misplays of the week. All right. What misplay of the week is that either myself, Austin, or even you guys could send us misplays that has happened, and we will talk about them on the podcast, tell the whole story, and talk about how it affected the game, or just kind of do that, and how we can learn from the misplays to not do them again. Um, you always learn from your mistakes, and
Right.
there's a little bit of humor in some of the misplays, for sure, for sure. So, Austin, you actually have our first misplay of the week. Please indulge us in your story.
Yeah, so like I said, 2 weeks ago, I played Zoroark Cup, ended up taking it down, but my round three was paired up against Dragapult Dusknoir, and I had my Toad Scroll down, and I thought everything was cool. He counter catched it up to the active, and started item locking me, itchy palling, and I had no access to retreat. My bench was full minus one bench slot. I think I had three Zoroarks down, and I don't even remember what the other Pokemon was. Something useless. And so I had one free bench slot. So I was like, okay, I know what the play is here. The play is obviously to go grab my special Petron EX. Nest ball for it, or not nest ball, whatever the situation was. Trade into it, get it, put it down, and then I'll be able to switch into Zoroark. So like I dig, I use three trades, and I
You're
finally
seeing all
find
the
it. I'm like,
cards.
yes. I'm getting so excited. I'm like, yes. I slam Petron down, and I'm like, all right, subjugating chains. I put Zoroark into the active, and then I say Night Joker, and then our judge, or our local Mason, and he looked at me and he just kind of smirked, and he was like, okay, you can announce Night Joker, but now your turn ends. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, the only thing you can Night Joker is a Night Joker, and I looked at my bench and I realized I didn't ever put Reshiram down, and I was bench locked.
You just tried to. You did the infinite combo with the Night Jokers.
Correct. So I went, and I think maybe I didn't get Bidooed the turn before because I thought I was swinging to a Dragon Bolt or something like I did a counter catcher and I was like so excited to get an attack off. I did not even realize I didn't have a way to. So 3 turns later, I eventually find Turo and I'm able to clear out my bench and eventually take that game home. But yeah, that was super embarrassing. Me and my opponent Brent, shout out to Brent, we laughed about it. It was funny in the moment, but I definitely I think the next 3 games I played in that tournament, I did not make the same mistake again. I was staring at my bench. I'm like, do I have room for Reshiram? Do I grab him now? I was only thinking about the Reshiram.
Yeah, you gotta
Maybe
make
overthinking a little bit. Yeah.
that is the one issue with Zoroark is you gotta make sure your board has an attacker on it. Because your
Yeah.
active's not an attacker.
Yeah. Better than if it was a Zorua and I would have had a scratch, that would have been rough. But yeah, no,
At least you would have been doing
definitely make
some
sure.
damage in that one.
That's true. It wouldn't have been a pass and a frown and a big sigh.
But he must have bricked pretty hard to get you 3 turns. Nothing.
It was fun for both of us. I hadn't really played into the matchup that much, just played it a little bit, and he had said that he had never played it before. It was good for him though, because he was like, "This actually was great practice for me, because now I know how to beat you. Like I know better lines." I'm like, "Yeah." So it ended up being great.
Yeah. Well, like we said, that goes back to just our locals getting better.
Yep,
We're all practicing, learning from one another to, get better. You learned from him, he learned from you. It's always a great
for
time.
sure,
Absolutely.
for sure.
All right, so we are coming towards the end of this episode. Coming in just under an hour, so we might be a little over, but hey, we're doing great.
Dude, perfect.
Absolutely. I was a
That's
little bit.
awesome.
I was a little worried about Tom for it being the first one, but
Nah,
we seem to be doing pretty solid. Pretty solid. So, what are you looking towards in the future? Like, what are you most excited about? I know some Chaos Rising cards have been announced, and then we've also, like I said, we got Zygarde coming up, rotation happening. Kind
yeah,
of
I
like,
think short term, like close a little bit, a few weeks out. I'm really excited for Houston. Milwaukee, I got to prep adequately for it, but I've been really testing hard for Houston. We have such a big group of us going. It's going to be a really, really fun time. Super excited for that. I'm probably putting way too many games of live in every day. But the 60's feeling good. I'll leak that a little bit later as we get closer, probably the week of. I say leak like it's a big deal. It doesn't
yeah,
really matter. But no, I'm really excited for Houston. For the long term, I think, and what I'm going to kind of do for the next block of cards is pick one deck and stick with it. But unfortunately I don't want that deck to be Dragapult. Now I've played a good bit of Dragapult and I know it's going to be a deck, so I'm kind of waiting. That's what I'm looking forward to in the future. I'm waiting to see what the next Gardevoir, Lugia esque type deck is, and then just spam that. That'll kind of be my next go-to thing. Try to master one archetype, one deck, uh, for like that next block of regionals and whatnot.
yeah, yeah. I get that for sure. I actually just picked up Dragapult for the first time, prepping for Houston. Never played it before. I was like, let me just see, like, what's the hype about this deck?
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it. I don't know if it's sat well for the meta for Houston. We'll see. And
Mhm.
sorry for everybody listening to this expecting Seattle talk. We're not going to Seattle.
Nope.
We don't
Good luck.
care. Good luck to you. We'll talk about it next week about maybe making some predictions and stuff. But
Hmm.
we're looking forward to Houston right now. But
For sure.
definitely enjoying it. I just need to pick a deck for
That's
Houston. That's
that is that is very crucial. You do have to lock in 60 cards.
yes. It's not even a matter of what are the 60 cards. It's what archetype do I want to play. That's still
Mhm.
the question I'm at. So
Yeah.
we
You got a little bit of time. We're still good.
32 days. Counted it out today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
plenty. That's plenty. See, everybody always says you gotta lock in with 30 days, so you just gotta pick in the next two. You're good, man.
Don't know if that will
Can
happen,
stay up
but,
all
but
night.
we'll
Stay
try.
up all lose sleep at night. Nah, but if you ever, for this goes for Matthew, anybody listening, if you're ever curious, like what deck do I play, what deck do I play, and he'll end up doing this because I know him. Pick what you're comfortable with. It's gonna go fine no matter what. That's how you'll end up getting the best results if you're comfortable and you have the most practice with it. Um,
So
because I
that
have to
just
tell
get.
myself that, so I don't last second swap to Maridon and lose.
I'm gonna say, so did I just get permission to play Raging Bolt again? Is that what I heard?
I told you to play Raging Bolt. I told you that was fine. I was a big believer.
It might be Bolt, honestly. I don't know about
Yeah,
my. I'm a little nervous about the Dango matchup because I know I'm gonna be
we'll practice it.
hitting a
We'll
ton of
practice
those,
it.
but yeah, we'll just practice that.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I
You'll
can take
stomp out the victory.
I can take two. I can KO the Soul Rock and the active, and KO a Lunatone or something.
I mean, I'm not worried about it.
We'll see.
Maybe Dango just stops being played. Who knows?
That would be a miracle, but it would be very nice if it were to happen.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, I think definitely looking forward to Houston. I'm excited just for all the new people coming with us. Love
Hmm.
taking new people with us to these regionals. It's like taking a kid to a candy store. They just get overwhelmed
Yep.
by everything and they want everything. There's so many questions. They don't know how things work. It's just like brings in a breath of fresh air. Since I've been to a couple of these things now. Especially, it seems like every other month we're traveling at this point.
Yep.
So it's definitely nice to bring along some new people and kind of just remember, why we do this, like what this is for,
Hmm.
and just the joy that brings back with it. But also looking forward to rotation. My favorite card will be our best hand disruption. We're all playing
Favorite
clown.
card.
We're all playing clown.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that or Judge.
I think
I really
Jay
hope.
Gearhart even says statistically, clown is
Oh
better.
Lord, I think I did see that tweet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're all playing clown. I'm gonna be clowning on folks. It's gonna be amazing. I'll wear it around my neck just like I did when I got it the first time.
God.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
I think. What is that? There's a new grass. Is a stage 1 or stage 2 grass Pokemon that's like Judge.
Oh yeah, the stage two, the Pavilion.
Yeah, that's what everybody's gonna be playing, dude. They'll just slot in a 1-1-1 line of
We're not.
Judge.
No one's playing Decidueye.
Oh, I know somebody who's playing Decidueye. Nico already told me he's playing Decidueye. He
Nico's
said he's
playing.
in stick. Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
locked in, man. He's locked in for NEIC. He already knows.
more
He
power
said
to
when we,
him. More power
yeah.
to him.
But
Honestly,
no, I kind of hope, realistically, a new disruption card gets printed because countercatcher is rotating, Iono is rotating. Uh, it's like one of the only reasons I'm looking at playing Mewtwo. It's because you'll have Archer. I think hand disruption is very important in Pokemon and very healthy. So not being able to deny people kind of rough.
yeah. Well, it's definitely like hand disruption is where the skill diff comes in. It's how do you handle, with the resources you've been given type deals. So no, I definitely do agree that hand disruption's definitely needed in the game. It sucks that it's the best hand disruption we have is rotating. Judge is all right. Um,
Yeah.
Clown is not good by any means. I want to go ahead and say that Clown is not good, but it could give you an advantage, or it could give your opponent an advantage. Regardless, you're still disrupting their hand. But
True.
I think Chaos Rising will give us one. I think I feel so confident on it. I'd be willing to like put money on it. But
Ooh, little side pot. All right.
yeah, a little side pot. I really do think Chaos Rising would give us that hand disruption. I think we'll go one format, one maybe two, depending on when this like if the special set comes out or something. But I think we'll have it by Worlds. I think that might be a bold prediction, but I think by Worlds we will have hand disruption back.
If not, then people will have complained enough that one will be printed.
Yeah, I will miss counter catcher though. Being able to gust and
Countercatcher's cracked. That card is crazy. Countercatcher and Dusknoir should never been a lot. And like, I'm gonna be excited for a format with Dusknoir that doesn't have Countercatcher in it, because I hate it. That part I actually hate.
I wish we got.
Being able to set your own prizes, no.
I mean, at least we got the Doug to kind of stop the dust doors.
That's true. That's true. But Countercatcher, really
Look,
good card. Excited to see it go.
yeah, no, the format without Doug, the long format of Dustnor without Doug, should have never
Hmm.
happened. Dustnor is so toxic, but
It's all good. Pokemon fixed it. We're good.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. But all right, well, you got anything else you want to add for this episode?
Nah, I think we're excited to do more of these. If anybody has any feedback, what you did like, don't like, want to have in a future episode. And Matthew probably said this at the beginning, but if he didn't, I'll just repeat it. This is kind of gonna be the format. We're gonna talk, we're gonna yap, we're gonna have fun with the misplays, and we're gonna bring some teammates on as well. Uh, Different weeks. There's no set schedule for anything like that, but it's gonna be fun to just have everybody on and get all their takes on everything Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to get Jawan on here talking about this Zygarde set.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
should see how hyped this dude is about this thing.
he can just talk for 2 hours about the set with you, and he'll just say Zygarde and smile into the camera.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, yeah, we would hope to make this kind of just a weekly thing. Keep it steady, keep it fun, keep it light, and definitely get more than just us involved with it. Because me and Austin can sit here and yap for hours, but we got other teammates that we definitely value and want to hear their opinions on stuff as well. Because, like we said, we're all pretty strong players in our own regard. So definitely excited to maybe have somebody join us soon. But thank you so much for listening. If you want to stay up to us or stay up to date with us or the Mafia, just make sure you're following us on X at misplay_mafia. You can follow Austin at DigiDonutsPoke and myself at Daunted Break, all on X. We do also have a YouTube channel where we will be uploading the weekly podcast at and some other tabletop play, maybe some deck analysis, things like that. And that is going to be at Misplay Mafia over on YouTube. But make sure you tune in every Tuesday for a new episode of the podcast so you don't miss a moment of the misplays. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.